It is great to see you all again at Wealthy Coins. In the past 48 hours, the CEO of Shiba Inu has spilled the beans on what's to come. Latest updates about Shiba Inus. Following Thursday's 75 basis point interest rate hike by the U.S. Federal Reserve, the cryptocurrency market fell into red. Although Bitcoin saw small declines, cryptocurrencies that performed better, such as Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, saw losses. While Bitcoin remained below its recent $20,000 support line, Polygon and Uniswap both climbed in price. What follows is a discussion of the events that will unfold in the next 48 hours, as disclosed by the CEO of Shiba Inu. Latest updates about Shiba Inus. To stay updated on our latest material about Shiba Inu price forecasts and expert analysis, hit the like button, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get the video started. The majority of cryptocurrency tokens were trading at a loss on November 3rd, with the exception of a handful of altcoins and stablecoins. Shiba Inu fell 4% and Dogecoin fell 7%, leading the losers. There was a 6% increase at Polygon though. With a loss of over 1% in the past day, the total market value of all cryptocurrencies was slightly lower at $1.01 trillion. The overall value of transactions, however, increased by nearly 40% to $102.76 billion. In the final days of October, Shiba Inu has shown a great deal of bullish strength. The price of Shiba is displaying a handful of continuation of trend signals after last week's profitable bullish trade suggestion. We have specified key thresholds to help you gauge what to do next. The crypto market was taken aback by the price of Shiba Inu, a meme coin, as it surged 55% in the last week of October. When Shiba was trading at $0.00000109 last week, the bullish thesis predicted that a 20% rally would test the bearish liquidity levels close to $0.00000135. And then some. The bulls confirmed the premise of a bullish trade, producing a final monthly peak of $0.00001509 USD. Since the Shiba Inu price has surpassed the expectations of day traders, bears are hesitant to short the Shiba, and the current auction price is $0.00001189. Following the formation of the new October high, Shiba has declined by 21%, an increase in volume accompanied the rally, which broke through oversold levels on the relative strength indicator. The current auction price of SHIB is somewhat higher than the 8-day exponential moving average. Following the bullish cross on October 27th, which triggered the extra 30%, this is the first time we've seen the moving average again. Also, the relative strength index is still in the positive zone, which means the uptrend has room to run. Taken together, these indicators suggest that the SHIB price may test the limits of newly formed shorts close to the $0.00001509 USD monthly high. If the price were to rally from where it is now, the market value would rise by 30%. The 21-day simple moving average is located beneath the $0.00001040 liquidity zone, which the bears might potentially breach, rendering the bullish argument invalid. Additional declines towards $0.00000970 USD could be triggered by a sweep of the low. Under the invalidation scenario, Shiba Inu prices would fall 17%. A Twitter user going by the handle @ShibaPlay has published information from Etherscan regarding the huge volume of transactions involving the Shiba Inu meme coin in the last day or so. At least 100 billion SHIB were carried by the biggest of these, with a value of 202,438,224,930 coins. The biggest one stood out. The unidentified bearer transferred a total of 847.9 billion K9 coins. Warning: whales in the area, ships moved totaling 202,438,224,930. As a result of these dealings, 100 billion ships were transferred to the OKX exchange for sale. A sum of $10,268,000 would be sufficient to purchase the 850 billion ship described earlier. Gokhshtein Media founder and Bitcoin influencer David Gokhshtein had already announced a few days prior that he would be adding more Shiba Inus to his collection. Nearly 2 million meme coins were in his intended acquisition. No matter what the maximalists in these communities think of him for endorsing a competing coin, he has reiterated his support for saying that he is big on Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. The price of Shiba has been falling for the last several days after reaching a local high of $0.001415. 15%, with a current range of $0.00001203 USD, the price is relatively stable. Unification, the Shiba Inu Layer 2 builders, has announced the most recent information regarding the launch of Shibarium. The public beta testing of Shibarium could be unveiled by the third quarter of 2022 or later, according to a June 2022 announcement by Unification. The Shiba Inu team was unable to release Shibarium in time for the third quarter of 2022. The online community reacted by demanding constant updates on the team's progress with the Shibarium launch. According to Shiba Inu's principal developer Satoshi Kusama, he is constantly being asked about the release of Shibarium. Without providing any details, Kusama simply stated that it would be revealed shortly in his response. There will be a safe vision-friendly product from the Unification Foundation, and they're working hard on it. As stated in a blog post by Unification, the foundation has stated that while they hear and consider the question of the project's release date daily, their priority is to collaborate with the team to ensure the most secure and usable vision and product. The official player's guide for Shiba Eternity was issued on November 3, 2022, by Shiba Inu. The guide was divided into 4 parts and contains 1,150 pages. As part of the release, Satoshi Kusama expressed his regrets for the one-day delay and dropped indications of when Shibarium could be beta released. When asked about the upcoming beta release of Shibarium, he mentioned that the Shiba Eternity would also be publicized. Among Shiba Eternity's recent noteworthy accomplishments, which Kusama emphasized, are the game's over 250,000 downloads on iOS and Android and the resolution of several bugs. On top of that, he mentioned that the game update will be available later this month. Shiba Eternity Lore NFT Drop on OpenSea is the name of the game's one-of-a-kind NFT drop. We have artwork priced from 0.001 E all the way up to 1000 E. The Unification Foundation has also promised that the external initiative involving its collaboration with the Shibarium Group will continue to be a top priority throughout the year. In addition, the group vowed to exert all of their might in their pursuit of a successful Shibarium launch. Unification brought attention to certain ongoing alpha version work in anticipation of the public beta release. In an illuminating post-release, the Shibarium developers stated, in order to meet the needs of the massive audience that is eagerly anticipating it, the internal alpha is fine-tuned every day. This has caused the core team to work tirelessly on our advice, and we are now very near to releasing it to the public in beta. We are eager to provide support, develop the product, and soon deliver an update to the public. Just over a week remains until the U.S. midterm elections. There are 435 seats in the House and 35 out of 100 in the Senate up for grabs this year. Following the midterm elections, the stock market has a habit of performing well. Since there is still a strong correlation between Bitcoin and major stock indices, some speculators anticipate that crypto will also soar after the election on November 8. Charles Schwab found that the stock market outperformed the 6 months prior to the election for 17 of the 19 midterm elections held since 1946. Mauricio Di Bartolomeo, Chief Strategy Officer and co-founder